I asked my students last week, how many of you have started GitHub repo and never opened it again? Almost every hand went up. And I get it. GitHub is overwhelming. There are millions of repositories, and most of them are half-finished side projects abandoned in 2017. You bookmark them thinking you'll come back. You never do. The platform is designed to make you feel like you're learning just by starring. But starring is not learning. Today I'm going to save you from that trap. I'm going to show you the only GitHub repos you actually need as a developer, the ones that will make you smarter, faster, and genuinely better at your craft. Not a collection. Not a bookmark graveyard. Just the essentials. I'm an IT professor, and this is the list I give my students who actually want to level up. Here's what I see every semester. Students spend hours watching tutorials. They follow along. They copy the code. They feel productive. But when I ask them to build something from scratch, something that wasn't in the tutorial, they freeze. That's because watching and building use completely different parts of your brain. One gives you the illusion of progress. The other actually makes you better. And that's where the right GitHub repos come in. Let me give you the real list. First, build your own X. This repo teaches you to build everything from your own operating system to your own database to your own blockchain. Not by copying. By understanding. You build a mini Redis clone, you understand how Redis works at a fundamental level. You build a tiny Git, you finally grasp what Git push actually does under the hood. It's like reverse engineering the matrix, but with Python. Next, project-based learning. This one is packed with tutorials that teach you by building actual projects, websites, apps, machine learning models. Instead of watching another div-centering tutorial, you're building something real. Something you can put in your portfolio. Something that actually sticks. These two repos alone will take you farther than 100 Udemy courses. Because they force you to build. And building is the only thing that matters. Let me compare two students. Student 1, I'll call him Mark. Mark has 500 starred repos. He follows every dev influencer. He knows about the latest frameworks before they're even stable. He has 20 tabs open with documentation he'll never read. When I ask him to build a simple REST API, he opens DevDocs. Then MDN. Then a tutorial. Then 3 Stack Overflow tabs. 40 minutes later, he's installed 5 packages and hasn't written a line of logic. Student 2, I'll call her Sarah. Sarah uses maybe 10 repos regularly. But she knows them deeply. She uses Tech Interview Handbook not just to grind LeetCode, but to understand system design patterns. She uses public APIs to quickly prototype ideas. She checks front-end checklist before every deployment, not because she doesn't know the basics, but because she knows that professionals use checklists. And here's the thing. In the first year, Mark seems smarter. He knows more names, more buzzwords. But by year 2, Sarah has shipped 3 projects. Mark has starred 40 more repos. The difference? Sarah uses GitHub as a tool. Mark uses it as a museum. One of them is building. The other is collecting. And the market only pays for builders. These essential repos, System Design Primer, Clean Code, Awesome Cheat Sheets, DevDocs, they're not just links. They're leverage. But only if you actually use them. So here's the honest truth. The repos I just mentioned are gold. But they're gold only if you use them. Starring a repo is not a skill. Saving a bookmark is not progress. Reading the README is not building. The only thing that moves the needle is opening your editor and writing actual code. Build Your Own X will teach you how systems work. Project-based learning will give you direction. System Design Primer will prepare you for real architecture. But none of them work if you just bookmark them and move on. So here's my challenge. Pick one repo from this list. Not all of them. Just one. Spend this weekend building something from it. Not reading. Not watching. Building. Break it. Fix it. Learn something you can't Google. That's how you go from someone who looks like a developer to someone who actually is one. I'm an IT professor. Subscribe for the stuff your syllabus doesn't cover. And tell me in the comments how many starred repos do you actually use? Because the answer might hurt more than you think.